here, and welcome back to the JerryTown Server. Here we are. I'm being joined by my buddies Blue Jay HR21 and the Cookie with numbers I don't remember. Cookie 3695, and via audio, we are joined by Phrazlspitz. Cause yeah. So yes. All right. Had to show off my skin, you know, cause just let's go, right? Am I missing something?
Just look at it.
What am I missing?
Look in the background.
The background of what?
Switch your view. First person.
Someone's having a dab party on a rubber tree over here, everyone. All right, check them out. Oh, here, wait, let me turn on Optifine Zoom feature real quick here. All right, because we just have to zoom in on this. Here we go. Zoom needs to be Z, because why not? Let's okay. Someone's is very excited on top of this tree over here. All right, dabbing on tree. All right, it's probably a mod for that. Unfortunately, that's our that's our generation, kids. All right. Anyways, let's get to showing some fancy things off. First of all, transportation is a major thing. It's always been a problem on the JerryTown server. So, we are finally beginning the next huge project of transportation, everyone. So, I am going to take a nice little trip, so welcome. Now, instead of the lines crossing on top of each other, not to diss on my dear friend, Captain Blaze, but his system needed help. So, here we are. Now there are multiple lines that cross at different stations. Instead of having the lines cross and having you go off in a direction you don't want to, with a switch track that just happened to be flipped, now you go down at different elevators. So you'll see that this station is called Ocean Residential Station A, and it services the blue and red lines. So you go down, and here we are. This is the blue line, but if you were colorblind, which my roommate is, and I never actually thought about that until he mentioned it, so he's going to have signs and colored blocks. So this sign will say the station name and fancy other jazz, including the line that you're on. But if I want to go down to the red line, which I'm not sure that everything's complete yet, but oh wow, the red line's what's complete. Yeah, the red line is what's complete. The blue line wasn't yet. So the next line, blue line, was First Ave in Berkeley, which is by the bar. I don't know, the restaurant-y, apartment-y things that Blue Jay was building. And Plymouth District is the next station going that way on this line, and or that way, that is. And then Bay District Station is that way. Sorry, yes, okay. So let's take a ride. I don't know if he finished Plymouth yet. Did he? No, he didn't go to Plymouth yet. But he's created a new design, and out he's got like a template that he's following. And let's place down a minecart and take a nice little... Alright. Now that I'm not being heavily interrupted here by Minecraft game sound, now I can talk. Alright. So, let's check out these tunnels, these fancy tunnels, to make them bigger, more spacious. Can expand our arms in a moving vehicle, instead of having to be cramped in a little tube, right? You know, so we've got a nice big old, kind of like a, what's it called? The London subway system. Anyone? What's it called? The tube! That's right, it's called the tube. So it has kind of like that tube feel. And we will very shortly arrive at the new Bay District Station, if we don't have too much lag freezing me, slowing me down. And if I want to keep going, I press the button. Unlike the other one, there were some finicky things. And also, there will be multiple levels here. We have the yellow and the orange. Bay District Station is actually going to be a fair hub to network to different parts of the downtown. Anyway, I should go all the way to the top floor. And then we've still got a staircase down, right? And so obviously this is the Bay District, and there was the old station, which has now been slabbed. The Bay District will eventually grow, but we've got a whole downtown to deal with first. So again, we've got the three lines that are serviced here and the Bay District Station. So let's ride on back to Ocean Residential A, and I will show you Actually, Blue Jay right now is working on my mansion in the Brampton Bluffs, which I paid him for ages ago, and you may remember the project. Well, he tore it down to have new inspiration, and we can go check out the exterior. I definitely, in a future video, will show off the interior, but the interior, as of right now, is just structure, and still completely in the idea and renovation process. But the exterior style of the house has already been built, and we can see my lovely 3-story mansion, which eventually, off that balcony, is where I will be starting our videos. But not done yet. So, but I'm very excited to move in. Brampton Bluffs. Actually, I just realized there's a lot. We changed some things from the last video. Another thing, so government style, which I'll go over when we get to the government district, we've changed. We've kind of restructured some law things, but there are 2 districts, 2 where you can build in creative mode, and they are $3 per block in property purchase, and they are the Brampton Bluffs and the downtown, not just the Brampton Bluffs system. Alright, I do talk a fair lot. Let's see if we can get over there faster. Obviously, this is Ocean Residential Station that we've seen a good many times, and let's take a nice hang glider, or I can run. Alright, here we go. Take a nice glide over, and we can check out the beautiful view. Would you like me to come over now? Or, I'm not gonna go in, I'm just gonna, just hanging from the outside.
Alright, so you can look at the outside, the entire outside you can look at, just not the inside yet.
Yeah, so here we see the lovely house coming into view, and just so that we can get that nice feel coming up, let's check out my nice grand gate walking up here. And check out this gorgeous 3-story house. 4 if you count my basement. Which I think I'll have. That's where all my machines will be. We come around the front here with these lovely lemon trees and my lovely driveway and a nice view of this beautiful house. And there's a nice balcony and kind of outdoor patio. And yeah, so that will be the future of progress, everyone. So, let's see what else we got going here. Oh yes, we won't talk about that, because I won't say anything about it in this video. No, we're not going to talk about that. If you have questions about what this is, I will get back to it later, but eventually in this spot will be Scout Creed's, he's selling ME systems. We'll be selling ME systems, which are great storage and automation systems created by Applied Energistics, but they, well, let's just say headquarters is still in progress. So this building here is going to be, once I can acquire more resources, will be a business between me and Blue Jay, where you can come in, and you have to pay an entry fee to come in. You have to purchase cards, and we'll get on that later. It'd be a later thing. But essentially, you'll come in here, and you can use matter fabricators and fabricate things. But there will be an entry fee where you can come in and essentially matter fabricate as much as you'd like while you're in there. And this has been, ownership of the farm has been transferred to Mr. Cookie3695. And so now there are actually foodstuffs available in the vending machines, and the automated farms are up and running. I don't think I ever advertised these. Blue Jay built these. If you want to have like just a little shop here with some vending machines, you can purchase this little spot from Blue Jay for $250. Also, by the way, like all of these apartments are for sale. So if you would like to live in the downtown and get on the JerryTown server, as you should, please do. I don't know if I ever showed off these docks, but here they are. The JerryTown City docks, which Blue Jay worked on quite a bit. They're beautiful. And have a really nice, add a whole nice port feel to the city. Sorry for the lag. Let us rest for a moment while we let the server settle and hopefully not crash. Alright, okay. Anyways, to the government district. A lot has changed over here. You might also notice probably going to need to buy some food from you shortly, sir. This tunnel, I think, is now blocked off. Yes, it is. We need to actually officially block it off. This has been changed to Scheming Street, just because if you remember that first video, I said, whenever you're scheming, I don't. And, sorry for the cut there. We started experiencing some major lag. That's what I said after that. But anyways, Scheming Street. So, we won't talk about what happened. This is now, my god, why I'm experiencing, downtown is a source of lag. Oh yes, Chief Street. And you'll see why we called it that shortly. So anyways, we've renamed this the Kirkman Tunnel, who's the president in what? Designated Survivor or something? Yeah. So apparently he's a cool all-around president, according to my friend Blue Jay. So we're naming the tunnel after him instead of U.S. presidents now. Alright, so welcome to the government district. The little park in the center has been redone, and the whole road has kind of been redesigned. There are now stairs up to our presidential palace, which needs to be finished. Capitol building, you know, it actually has flags on it now, which you can see in the new intro. And of course there's stairs up now, there's a Federal Reserve. I won't showcase that because then I'd have to show off the password to the monies. I'll enter it, but anyways, up here, Capitol building, we've got the Chamber of oh boy, lag again. Downtown's not a nice place. So we've created a structure of chiefs. There's Chief of Commerce, Law Building, who is Blue Jay. Chief of Commerce is Cookie. Chief of Law is still an open seat that needs to be filled. Chief of Building, Chief of Transportation is my roommate, truthfully cool. There's also Chief of Energy, Chief of Transportation and Energy, Chief of Planning, Mr. Phrazlspitz, if he's still in the, are you still there? There he is, Chief of Planning and Chief of Exploration, who is Top Dog. Well, you know. So anyways. Blippers left in the video. So anyways, just to kind of cover this, if you want things approved, you go to the specific, you know, things are general in the Welcome Center, like go to the government. But here's the more specific notion. Let's see, we are 13 minutes in, just so I can gauge, because I do talk a lot, and if I don't gauge it, then I'm just going to keep talking, right guys, you know, so I need to, anyways, Chief of Commerce. So, you want a business approved? You talk to this guy, Cookie. He's to my right. Funny enough. Hello all. Yeah, so talk to Cookie. Essentially in the Discord. There are some new chats in the Discord, which I will kind of read off while you get to see the lovely in-game close menu, or exit menu. So you also see, in the description of every JerryTown Server video now, is a link that never expires to join the Discord. So anyone can join the Discord. And you'll see it's got my lovely Jerrrbear logo on it. And there are a list of channels. There is a general voice channel where anyone can talk. Higher ups is reserved for those 6 chiefs and myself, who is the president. The JTSA director's office, yeah, obviously invite only to that. Not even on me. Invite only by Chief of Exploration, also known as the JTSA director, JerryTown Space Administration, who is Mr. Top Dog. And he's got a really exciting organized system that he's going to start doing for that, which is cool, if he ever gets back on. So we're also creating government branch or government department channels. So anything that people are going to announce are coming up for that specific department. They will announce it in that channel. And obviously, there's only a transportation and energy channel. But my roommate, truthfully cool, who's... oh, wait, you can't see this. Sorry, peoples. You'll have to look for yourself. I could show you, but that would require extra effort right now. Anyways, if you look, you'll see that there's government branch channels. So he talks about... He's got a Google Doc in there where you can see access to the chart of all the lines and the subway stations on those lines. And we've got the business application, so if you want to apply for a business, you put in your idea there with your gamer tag. There's a building permit app, as said at the top here. It's the pinned at the top here, or if it's not already pinned. Oh, it is pinned. So welcome to the building permit application. You just essentially send screenshots of your builds and say, hey, I'd like a building permit, and we'll get back to you with, well, we, as in Chief of Building, Blue Jay HR21, will get back to you. So anything requiring approval is done through that specific department. That specific department, of course, is led by the Chief of. Chief ofs are essentially the admins, people I trust and I know. They're not elected because it's essentially, the government is just kind of like a little bit of role-playing in the game that exists just to make sure that we're just all kind of agreeing. You know, I don't want people selling nukes because we don't want nukes. And we don't want turrets. Turrets are against the law to have because if you place one down... They crash the server. Yes, they crash the server if you place one down. So you don't place turrets and you can't craft them. They're illegal. And they're disabled, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Nukes are disabled as well. So you can't activate nukes. Sorry. TNT only for mining. Again, like, we don't want you blowing up people's stuff. You blow up people's stuff, there is no fancy little trial and a fee. It's called /ban. Flat out. Not hard. Don't burn people's houses. Don't destroy people's stuff. If you do, if you don't treat people well, which I am all about treating people well and creating a community. I mean, that's the server, right? If you don't, /ban. Bye. If you feel like having an appeal, send an email to the Jerrrbear fan mail. And because sometimes miscommunication happens, and I get that. Anyways, so there's also the land purchase application, which is done through the Chief of Planning, who is Mr. Phrazlspitz, if he's still here. That's him, yes. All right, Phrazlspitz. You send any kind of plot of land and say, like, hey, from these coordinates to these coordinates, I'm looking to buy. It's an area of 52 by 52 or whatever, and this is the cost of land. Yeah, and what district it's in, coordinates, other things, just where it is. So he can approve, like, okay, does this fit here? Does this, like, Chief of Planning is like land organization, terraforming, but just as well, he oversees a building picture, but he doesn't approve the buildings. So, like, he has a vision. It's the vision guy, Chief of Planning, that's the name. And so you get land purchase application approved there. New player application. If you're a new player, you need to get your 10 grand and all that stuff. So just say, like, hey, this is my gamer tag, I'm a new player, and then we can set you up and create a new chest, password protected chest for you, and some monies so that you can get started. All right, so there's that in the Discord. So that's essentially what's in the Discord. There's also some other text channels, important links. I'm not sure what this YouTube... Oh, wait, that's my YouTube channel. Yeah. All right, enough rambling on things that you can't see. Let's get back into the game. So, yeah, essentially those are what the departments do. Also, Chief of Law kind of just enforces the law, makes sure people are doing things. There's a few exceptions, like Land Beautification Act, which I'll read in some other video, because this is carried on long enough. Essentially, Land Beautification Act...
That's what it is.
well, okay, here. Let's just go into spectator mode, so that I don't have to put in the password for this. So here's the law storage. You all get to see something you normally wouldn't get to see. Fancy. Just so that I can read you the laws. All right. So we've got the business. So these are the business ones. And then we also have amendments already. This is just the ones that we've agreed upon. So Business Registration Act, all business items must be approved to be able to sell them. Applications submitted on the Discord. Like I said, nukes and turrets, always legal. All right. All legal approval concerning the business regulation are done by the Chief of Commerce, yes. And the Business Sale and Modification Act. If a business is sold, the Chief of Planning must be notified who the new owner is. Any changes to which items are being sold then must be approved by the Business Registration Act. And, you must also be approved by this guy, Chief of, yeah. So essentially just kind of like transferring ownership, is that what that is? So again, here's the land ones, and their amendments, of course, because we have to have those, because we changed our mind right away. All districts separated by natural or government form from a barrier. Purchase land through the purchase application. Land is paid for based on the area, blah, blah, blah. Talk to the Chief of Planning and purchase land. Downtown and Brampton Bluffs, $3 per block, and must be built in creative mode, 50 cents per block in other districts. All land endeavors approved by the Chief of Planning. Only those with a building permit may build in terraform. To get a building permit, Chief of Building approves that. Essentially just have to show that you can build fancy enough, and you must fit, bless you, the style of the district. Probably say that at some point must follow architectural style of the district it's within, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, amendments, all fines, processed by the Chief of Law. Okay, fine. Land Beautification Act. All land in districts must be natural in appearance, or good-looking in appearance. Individuals who terraform public property on a government-owned approved project will be compensated or paid, whereas individuals who don't have aesthetically pleasing land appearance in the land that they own will be fined to pay for terraforming by the government if they don't fix it. So if you're in the middle of a government-approved construction project, then the above statement is void. The fine is $1,000 for each instance you are warned after the first warning that your land doesn't look good. Building is the same thing. So the government can do as it needs to with any property that it owns to make it look good, and if people's things don't look good, then you either figure out something you're going to do with it, or you get fined for having something that doesn't look good. And if you keep building things that don't look good, up to the discretion of Chief of Building, you may get a building permit revoked. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, those things. All right. Anyways, onto fancier. That was interesting. I love rubber banding, don't we all? Anyways, administrative offices. Every chief will have a desk in there and all that stuff, right? There's a fancy map room over here. Well, there will be, at some point. You've all seen the map. I've been talking for a long time already. Let's get to it! Alright. Let's do a little more freezing first. Stuff out there is the same. There's going to be a Grand Central Station 2 blocks past the theater that way. A lot of the lines will run through it. There will be a station here, and eventually we'll have a map up. Okay, let's do some more freezing. Sorry, so this episode, essentially, I'm just trying to show off the government district. Stop freezing and do your job. It's not hard. So this is the lovely Federal Reserve Bank, where there are some offices. Some peeps will manage this. You left the game. Alright, so yeah, there's offices here. Financial storage. The government now has a solid budget. Also coming over to my building here. You're gonna see my sorting upstairs is completed. So now I am beginning the sale of my items. Prices are set. Now you can also set prices for amounts. There's 12 price per piece and price per stack, which is 20% off the standard market price. So you get a better deal if you buy the stack of my items. So yes, spend more money at my place. It's a great plan. As we're coming into view here, of course, there's the theater. Grand Central Station is going to be in this block with the cows here. And of course, this is the lovely Central Park. Central Park now has a feature. Just like Central Park in New York has Belvedere Castle, we have a fort. And it's fancy. And it has been a project by... And just look at the level of detail. Like, I love that he uses multiple levels of mossy cobble. I do quite like your project, sir. As we've got a fort. And it's got... Like, look at this lovely kind of older style here. We got like a nice feature in the park. It's just a... I don't know. What would you call it? It's not a gazebo, because it's like a little hut. It's a feature. Yeah, it's a feature. It's a castle. It's a feature. So, and we've got, you can walk around and just kind of take a look around and observe the park from up here and under the roofed part, and it's nice. So, all right. Well, that's really all I have to show you all, and I hope you did enjoy this episode on the JerryTown server, and do stay tuned for the next one, where we can talk some more about my house project, and we'll see some more with my business. We'll talk about more progress with the subway and the space program. We'll probably be going to the moon in a few episodes here. It'll be quite the expedition. So do stay tuned. The Jerrrbear channel is slowly coming back, and I really, again, you want to join the JerryTown server? Also, another thing, comments of every video. If you want to leave a comment, I'm literally using Google's own system to go against them. It's phenomenal. I'm quite proud of myself for this. So if you go to the Jerrrbear site, there's a link in the description. There's leave a comment here. And it's going to take you to the new comment page on the Jerrrbear site. And essentially what that has is a list of all my video titles, recent video titles. The most recent video title will be at the top. And they come out as soon as the video goes up. And there will be a video, essentially the video title is there. You click on that. And then that opens up like the comment page for that particular video. So if you want to leave a comment on one of my videos that is rated for kids. All Skyrim and Fallout videos are not rated for kids, as those games are rated M for mature, which I don't think is reasonable, but whatever, just for YouTube's fancy, lovely policies, which I think they've done a phenomenal job fixing, going along with COPA. Like, I mean, honestly, kudos to, not really. I found a way around their system by using Google Group, or Google Groups, which is something that Google made, and I'm just using it against them, so how about that, guys? So if you want to leave a comment, do leave them there. And if you did enjoy this video, please do like, comment. Now you actually can. And subscribe to join the Jerrrbear Den. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!